Jahrome, congrats on the deal. What's the overwhelming feeling for you?
Yeah, no, obviously super excited and yes, grateful to have the opportunity to stay here for a couple more years and to finally get it done. It's I guess it's been in the works for a little while now, and I guess to finally get it signed and announce it, it's it's a special feeling for myself and my family.
What does it mean to be one club player? It's pretty rare in this climate, but to achieve that milestone.
I've played for 3 clubs now, so but to be fair, those first 2 were only 1 gamers, but it feels like that. I've played most of my games. I've only played 2 other games at other clubs, but just to be able to stay at a special club like the Melbourne Storm and for everything they've done for myself and my family, and I definitely wouldn't be in the position or the player or the person I am today without them and the staff. So super grateful to give back, I guess.
How much has Craig been part of that?
Oh, he's been huge. Not just on the field but off the field as well. He's been a bit of a father figure for myself and a lot of the other boys, and I give a lot of props to Craig, but it's not just him. There's a lot of people at the club that's really helped myself, and it goes from the top, the CEO, J-Rod, the board, the owners, right down to the physios and the medical staff, and really owe a lot to those guys, and I'm glad I'm going to be hanging around for a little bit longer.
Do you get close to looking elsewhere, moving anywhere else?
To be fair, mate, not really. I know there's a lot of rumours and whatnot, but I think for myself and my wife, it was how can we stay here, and if it's possible, we'll do everything we can to be able to stay at this club, and I love this club so much. So once they put an offer in, it was pretty hard to say no to that.
Being outside of the traditional sort of NRL bubble, Jahrome, does that hold a lot of appeal for you? Is that why you want to stay around in Melbourne?
I guess it holds a little bit. It's probably first and foremost, it's the club first and how happy we are, myself and my family are at the club, and I guess a goal of mine is to be successful, and the club's been in that position nearly every year. So that was probably the main ones, and for myself, my personality, I like being away from the the media sides of things, and you're able to hide a little bit down here. So that's that's not the main thing, but that's certainly a bonus.
Massive decision as well. Obviously, you're expecting a baby, not you yourself, your wife is expecting a baby later next year. Yep. Going to start a family here in Melbourne as well.
Yeah, that's that was another thing that we had to keep in mind, and having a baby at the end of the year, and having to, if we were to move, we'd probably have to ship the baby, or obviously take the baby with us, but that sort of played in mind as well. And for us, it's this place is like a home for us now at the moment, and Molly was probably the big one. My wife, she was a couple of years ago, she was pretty keen to move back to Queensland, but now she finds us, she loves it down here. She's got a nice friend system around here and a support system. So once I got her over the line, it was a pretty simple decision for myself.
Jahrome, did you find that there's you can probably only speak from your own figures that were offered to you, but is there a bit of money to be made? Like obviously, the new franchises coming in need to fill their books. Is there an opportunity there, if you want to go for money over, the things that are keeping you here?
Yeah, there's a lot of different things out there that rumours of what clubs could offer me if I went to the market, or the new rugby stuff and all sorts that sort of stuff, but money wasn't really high on what we wanted. Obviously money's nice, but for myself and obviously Mo and my family, it was more happiness. You can't, it's easy to take money, but if you're not happy, your value of life is going to really go down. So for me, it was where am I most happy, and success as well. We want to be playing for premierships every year, or be put in that conversation, and I feel like Storm has that definitely, and we're really happy here, and the club definitely makes it easier for us to be happy. So that was an easy decision.
How much do you enjoy playing alongside the likes of Munster, Paps, Harry Grant, and do you hope this is a bit of a carrot for Munster to stay long term?
Yeah, I obviously love playing with those types of blokes, and not just rocking up to work every day and being able to play and train with them. They're really good friends off the field as well, and we've spent a lot of time together now, and hopefully we can chase premierships together. And now that I've re-signed, I'll definitely be in the ears of those blokes to re-sign. I think Harry's off soon, and I think Paps is off soon as well. Munster's got a couple more years, but I guess now that I'm done, I'm going to start my recruiting role and try to get some of those boys to stay as well.
Just on those reports with Munster, what do you sort of make of maybe the Storm letting him go to Perth?
I don't know how true those are or whatnot, but I've been around long enough that there's always going to be rumours about that sort of stuff, and I guess now that I've re-signed, they're probably going to even be out there even more now. So I hope that's not the case. Personally, I think it's all rumours, but don't worry, I'll get into his ear and make sure he doesn't go anywhere.
This could change Jonah Pezzit's contract situation. I know he has a clause in his contract. What sort of advice would you give him? Would you encourage him to stick around at the Storm, or should he be chasing opportunities?
Yeah, I think that's a tough one, especially for Jonah, and the type of player he is. He could walk into most NRL clubs and be the starting halfback there. So it's a tough one. I guess it's dependent on what he wants to do, and if I think, like you said, there might be a clause in his contract to go elsewhere, and I guess maybe go on loan somewhere and ply his trade somewhere. We've obviously had experience with that with Harry, and that's worked really well for him, and being able to get that experience and then maybe one day come back to the Storm. So like I said, it's a tough one for Jonah, and I'm sure himself, his family and his management will sort something out for sure.
Jahrome, how's the shoulder going?
Yeah, it's pretty good. It was quite sore in the night. It was in a bit of pain, and it was being a bit stubborn not going back in. But it feels really good now, and I guess after the positive scans, it's probably just up to myself and the medical team to just rehab as well as we can, and hopefully get back before the finals, and if not, hopefully into the finals.
Are you confident of getting back by finals, do you think?
Yeah, I am. But that's, I guess I'm always going to be confident at getting back. I feel pretty good right now, so don't have a in a sling, which is a good sign. But just going to be working hard to get the strength and I guess the mobility back into it, and then hopefully it won't be too far off.
How relieved are you? I hear there was a fair bit of pain. There's a bit of green whistles. You had to be taken to hospital.
The green whistle, that's a bit of fun. But no, it was actually a lot of pain. It took a while to get back in. Had to, the doc gave it a couple of good yanks and it wouldn't fall back into place. So had to head off to the hospital, and thankfully they put it back into place, and had to have scans the next day, and it was all positive news. No surgery required straight away. So that was the next best thing, and hopefully rehab and be back out there soon.
What do you say to people who say that the Storm can't win unless you're part of the lineup?
I guess that's their opinion. I think we got a solid team without me, and I know the boys, they showed on the weekend what they could do, and we even had a couple of Paps and Munster weren't out there as well. So I know the ability we do have as a footy team to push for the finals. That's with or without me. So I'm confident either way.
And just on your 4-year deal, did you seek any assurances about Craig's future? He obviously makes that yearly call or whatever. Want to know if he's going to
I went and spoke to him a couple of times in his office, and it was sort of I guess he sort of doesn't know what he's going to do, and obviously you can tell by the way he keeps extending for 1 year every year. But I'm confident the club will do the right thing in keeping. If he was to give it up, which I can't see him doing, because I've said it before, he'd just get bored and want to come back into coaching. But if he was to give it up, I'm confident in the person that they would bring in, and I know they'll be maybe assistant coach now or someone that has been a part of the club, so they know the way that the Storm wants to run things, and I'm confident they'll find the right person for that.
And do you think that you might have another contract beyond this? And look at someone like Daly, Cherry Evans, who's late in his career, a lot older than you, switching clubs, starting fresh.
I'm not too sure. I'm just focusing on these, as it goes by. But for myself personally, I feel better than I have when I was younger, which doesn't sound right, but I think I'm doing the right things now. When I was a bit younger, I wasn't so professional with the things I was doing on and off the field. So for myself, I feel like I'm just going to be getting, this is a good period for me, these next, I guess, 4 to 5 years of getting the best out of myself and playing the best footy I can for this club. So, not sure about the contract after this, but for now, I'm feeling really good.
Still allowed to have the red wine as part of your recovery?
Not at the moment. I think while I've dislocated the shoulder, I think I'm going to stay off the red wines for a bit, but you never know. It could be a good thing. So I'll hit the physios up about that.